Hi there, welcome to Hillside Ceramics with Miss Tomimitsu. Today I'm going to show you how to make a 3-hole pinch pot. There's several examples here. These examples all go the straight method. This one is really unique because he turns it into a football. They've all been built by my Ceramics 2 students and fired, glazed, and then refired, high fired. They're all food grade, microwave safe, dishwasher safe. So this is how to make a really nice functional project. Okay, so for the first I'm going to start just by clearing everything, and I have a piece of clay. And one other one I want to show you too. This one was made by one of our awesome students, Jacob. He pinched it and did it more of a circular shape, okay? And you could make like a funny face out of this. Or again, this can be used for functional where you can use it for dips and sauces, use it for holders in the bathroom or the kitchen, or even maybe the garage, okay? So I'm gonna start with the method with making it like a bar, starting out with one of the elongated shapes. And if you wanted it squared off, you can paddle it at the end, okay? So basically you wanna get a chunk of clay and make it kind of like a fat coil, okay? And then you're gonna put 3 holes in it, just indentations, not even holes yet. Okay, and you wanna make sure they're kind of, evenly apart from each other. All right, then you're gonna use your best tools, your thumbs and your fingers, okay? And that's really, besides your hands, all you'll need is a sponge and water, maybe for smoothing later. But stay away from that for now, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and poke into the first center one, and then evenly I'm gonna look and poke into the next 2, okay? And have it like this. And now I'm just gonna start pinching. And just like when we did the 2 pinch pots, you kind of pinch around at the same time. So just pinch a little bit on one, stop, go to the next hole. Does that make sense? Okay. So try to not put, you just saw me put my pointy finger in there, but try not to put any finger in there but your thumb. But from occasionally you might have to put in to keep everything thinned out, you might have to put your index finger. Okay, if you want yours flat, then by all means flatten it, okay? And you can work on the flat table. Even better, could you work on a banding wheel? Want to go get me one, darling? Thank you. So if you work on a banding wheel, then you can spin it around and it becomes much more easier. But again, try to keep just your thumbs in there. Now, the area that you have to be most concerned about is right in here. You want, obviously, yeah, I pinched this out, you could be done. Is this good quality pinch pot though? No, it's very heavy, and if you were to sell this, you're wasting a lot of clay. So you want your walls to all be thin, and you want them all to be about 1/4 inch thick. So if you have a ruler, buy you one of the metal rulers, are the best, to double check, that helps. But you really want to get in there and get these corners thinned out, okay? The metal rulers, I like it, they show up better. So I'm just gonna rinse off this ruler so you could see. And I put a little mark on the 1/4 inch. It's that first little black mark on this one. So you see this is still a little thick, okay? So I'm basically using my banding wheel, and I can just keep thinning out. And sometimes, yeah, you can go in now that you're kind of sculpting, you've already pinched, you're just kind of sculpting the shape that you want. You can use more than one thumb at a time and other fingers. But do you see, it just takes that dexterity and remembering not to make it a pancake. Don't overly pinch. And you really want to get these corners, these joints, thin. Now, if you see stretch or these marks on the top, these aren't cracks, they're just stretch marks. All you want to do is go in with a little dab of water and your finger and blend in so you don't see the stretch marks anymore. Now, if you were to leave these, when you put it in the kiln, yes, they can turn into cracks. So you want to get those out. But I'm not putting water on anything but the top lip right now. Got it? Okay. So basically you're just working on thinning the walls, thinning where the floor meets the wall. Do you guys see that? And again, you can use the table if you want a nice flat bottom. We had a few of these at open house. I know Sarah's was there at open house. I think Sage's was there at open house, and we had a lot of parents commenting that, oh, I want my child to make me a big guacamole dish, because they had some really big ones, and they opened them up like I am here, and it looked like a big salsa and guacamole dish. So you can open them up and really increase the size of the container or the vessel in there. You can even get more clay and do really larger ones than you see here. Okay, remember, these are going to shrink, right? What's our shrinkage rate? Do you guys remember?
25.
It could, yeah, anyways from 15 to 25%, 10, 15 to 25%, okay? So you want to go big so you have enough volume to hold, or you have enough space to hold volume, you know, if you want to actually utilize it for holding things, okay? Be a nice, if you want to put olives in here and hummus and olive oil maybe, okay? And then you could make another little separate dish on the side to hold bread or crackers, okay? Be a nice little, this student actually that made this one, he's making another one right now that's larger, and then he's making a tray that looks like a field, a football field. So he'll have all of his appetizers for game day ready, and it looks really nice. So the biggest thing is you want to go in where this area, and from the outside kind of push up in here and make sure you're getting that thinned out, okay? Remember, if you're a potter, clay is money, and we want to utilize, have the least amount of clay in the biggest project, okay? And it makes your project more, well, your work more lucrative. You make more money off of it. And a lot of people want to go buy larger projects, okay? So if you were going to sell it, all right. I'm happy with this one, okay? Was this a really quick project? Okay. Could you do several of them in different sizes? Maybe start small. If you have extra time, start small, make one. And then if you want to go for it, make another one, go bigger. It should have little dips on the sides, you know, on this. You do want to go at the end and just clean up. I'm going to wring this sponge out some. It has a lot of water in it. Get a sponge that doesn't have a lot of water and really wring it out and just give it a little bit of a scrub to get any of those potential cracks that are right now stretch marks out, okay? And remember, you want to always carve in the bottom, what?
Your name.
Name, what? Just your first name?
Your first name, last initial, and period.
Good, first name, last initial, and period. Now, if I wanted to make this square, could I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to grab me a stick real quick? Okay, I'll take this one right here. This is risky. Now, this might stick to this. So if you want to prevent it from sticking to the banding wheel, could you slide a piece of paper underneath of that? Yeah, you want to hand me, here, I'll grab a piece of paper real quick, but we're going to pat that with that stick. Very good. Okay. And you just lay you could lay a piece of newspaper under it. Just for video purposes, I'm just going to lay a piece of paper so you see the contrast. Okay. So this doesn't stick. Sometimes that can be problematic. Okay, so you might want to do that. But if I paddle and I want to make this square, okay, just kind of hold it like this, slide it around. Now, might that change the interior walls? Yeah, could. Okay, and you can work on sculpting them. Ooh, could I make a triangle on one side? Could I make a circle and then a square if I wanted to? Or could I make two triangles and kind of do like what he did with his football? What do you guys think? Yes, no, maybe so?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Could I make it a boat and serve sushi in it? So you decide. It's unlimited. You know, you can paddle things up and change the shapes. You can make it a lot different from what you're originally going for and work organically with it. Could you make it curvy? Could you twist the sides around and make it kind of fun and funky? Okay. If you want your walls to all be the same, because my walls on the sides kind of, they collapsed a little bit, they go down. If you want yours all the same height though, turn it upside down. And maybe I should have did this earlier in the process, but you could turn it upside down and kind of compress and then just keep pinching. Pinch the thick parts, ignore the thin parts. But I could make this curvy and fun too, right? I change that around. Okay. I have one at my house. I just now remembered. I did years ago, I think when I was still teaching at Royal, and it's a curvy, fun one. And I serve olives in it sometimes. But have fun with it. The biggest thing is, like right now, this is really thin here and this is thick. You want to keep it all the same. So just pinch the lips out on the thick parts and ignore the thin parts. Sometimes you might have to build up the walls on the thin parts by adding a little bit of soft clay or plastic clay, and that's okay as well. But again, you want to thin out the thick parts on the lips by pinching, and it can have this fun. Okay, and ignore the thin parts and thin out the thick parts. Okay, could this be a little fun one? All right. Could this be a nice conversation piece on your table? When you have company over and you serve people, be like, I made this. This is by Nadia, or this is by Pauline, or this is by Aubrey. Okay, so do you guys have any questions for me? What do you think? Pretty good? All right.
You just put your thumb.
You're just using your thumb. Really, the best tool you have are your hands. And this one is mostly all thumbs. And this is, and a little tiny bit of water, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, Audie, for asking. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for viewing from home. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and smash that notification button. Have a good day. Everyone say bye. Bye. Bye.